Hey guys, it's James Boat Bill. So, I've been busy and it's been hot. So, I haven't been doing too much work, very slow days, and, not trying not to hurt myself because I've been known in the past to push myself and wanting to get a project done. But such is not the case. But I got a lot of good news, and let me show you. There she is, guys, in all her glory. It's pretty much what it's going to look like. The only exception is there's going to be one more porthole light right there. I've installed the rub rails, the cleats. These are hideaway cleats. The side windows with screens. I don't know why I got screens, but that's what the way it came. The porthole front windows are up and in. And again, the rub rail. I got a really sweet deal on this Fulton XLT power lift. It's rated for 2,500 pounds. I will never have that kind of tongue weight, but it's good to know that it's extra strong. I think I got it from, believe it or not, it was from Auto City. I can't remember. AutoZone online. They had a 15% off, and they had the lowest price, which I want to say was $350, and everybody else was selling it for $400, and it was $350 and then 15% off. So I picked it up, and man, I'm glad it did. And they show it, putting an extra battery in the back there and hooking it up that way. All I got to do, if you got a 7-way plug, there's an auxiliary plug that's on there. You hook up to your auxiliary and your ground. You can see I just put the wires right in there, and they go up into here, and I hooked it into there. Auxiliary and ground. It's constantly on. The car doesn't even have to be on. All right, here we go. Up and away. That's my selfie stick. Anyway, this side, I'm not even going to talk about it. Nothing's perfect. I struggled with the rub rail on that side. It's just, that's the way it's going to be. If you can see it, then that's fine. If you cannot, then that's fine too. And so I obviously got the windows in. And a long time ago, and I'd say probably a year ago, I stumbled on this from Amazon, in Amazon's warehouse. It's tailor-made. It's basically an $800 shade. I know, $800 shade, and they had it in their Amazon warehouse for $320, and it was returned to used, and I picked it up, and I have to install it sideways because it's 5x8. So I got the 8-foot going beam, port to starboard, and then front to aft is the 5 feet. And I'm gonna cut off those little tabs up there, and just kind of leave it as is. It's just for extra shade. They recommend that you don't use it for when you're underway, and obviously with your under tow. And the transom, we finally got the motor well in. We got the jack plate. It's an Atlas jack plate. Again, I bought that over a year ago too, and got a great deal on it. Matter of fact, this sells for $300 more now than what I paid for it. It's an 8-inch jack plate, and it can haul up and down 350 horse motors. And of course, you got to have your, your swim ladder, which, you think, I don't need a swim ladder. I'll never go swimming. Yeah, well, guess what? What happens if you ever fall overboard? You want to get inside the boat. Well, it's a good thing to have a swim ladder. I made up these handrails. These are all out of teak. I'm sorry, I did not make these. I did not make them. I bought them. I had to stain them, and I'll have to drill out the holes to install them. But I got a fantastic price from, who was it? Marine Warehouse in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. And for some reason, Cincinnati doesn't charge state tax. I live in Florida. They never charge me state tax, and it's free shipping if it's over $100. So I've been buying a few things from, and they have the best price on these. I want to say these were $30, and these, of course, are going to go up on top of the roof so I can get up on the gunnel and get to the bow if need be. And I'm really happy with them. I don't think I could have even bought the teak for the price that I pay them. I mean, one of them, the single, that was like, it was $10. And then obviously you put your own varnish on there and whatever. And I want to say this one was $32. This 42-inch handrail. It's a good deal. I still have to install my pulpit. I actually got to put more varnish on the front mahogany and that bling I put up on the bow, but I still got to do that and put the windlass on. So now you gotta climb the ladder with me, and oh yeah, we got the gas tank cap on, and that's all installed. God forbid, God knows what it's gonna cost me to fill this tank up for the first time, huh? So here's the inside of the cabin, and I got the passenger seat in, come out, and it's up on a pedestal, and the straps are holding it down because that's where the battery box is. So if you want to get to the battery box, you undo all the straps and access the batteries. And here, the inside window, and this model came with a screen, which is completely useless because obviously it's completely open in the back. And but it is what it is, and I think I'll probably just pop it out of there. Kind of a waste. And then my hatch style windows, these also tailor-made, but they were contracted out by another company in Canada, and I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, I bought them through Great Lakes Skippers up in Michigan, and I really like them. It fits this boat, and obviously here, I have my whole dash, which I'll show you in a minute, that I'm making up with all the gauges and where the steering wheel is going to be and the steering pump. And then my pedestal or platform where my seat's going to be. And then I made little access hatches just to put illegal contraband in there. Here's a good view of the hatch, the escape hatch, and inside of the sleeper. I've left this like this because I'm going to address it later and basically put a type of ceiling texture on there, like you see, like the popcorn type of ceilings, and it'll make this look nicer. It's just for aesthetics. There's a lot of work I need to do. My whole electrical panel is going to be right behind the helm, and let's say the firewall, like on a car. And you can see looking upward right from here, and then looking aft. Yep, I still got a lot of work to do in the back. There's the seats to be made, and there's one other thing I had to show you. I had my wife in here, and You see this how I got to step down and then it's up on a platform? That's so you could get obviously a better view that it needed to be lifted up. Plus the battery box is there. And but this was a little bit too high for her. So I'm going to build like a secondary step. It'll be the same level as that. So 5 inches down and then 5 inches up. It'll be more comfortable to get up on the seat. It's those things that you don't ever think of when you're building, but when you put it to, nuts and bolts together, when you start feeling what feels comfortable, these are the advantages of building a custom boat. You can get it to fit you just perfect. And again, in aft here, showing the jack plate and the motor well. That's how it's going to be. And I just got to make some seats up over here and do a little bit of trim work on the top. And then we're going to call it a day. My hose line is connected. I don't know if I want to box that in or not. And if I did, it would just be for aesthetics. These two holes that you see here on the side, that's going to be for cabling. I'm putting nothing into conduit. And these panels, these 1, 2, 3 panels here, I'm not going to be permanently installed. They could be lifted up and out. And that's just the way I'm going to do it. It's my choice, and I think it's more accessible in the future if I need to get to these things. I don't want to permanently barricade them in, especially like the fuel tank. As you can see, the fuel tank, this whole piece could come right out, and you could literally just lift the fuel tank right out if you needed to. It would be replaced. It's not that big of a deal. The only thing that's going to be over everything is this boat padding. Let's just call it like a carpet, but it looks like teak wood, but it's built for boats. And I'm going to lay that down. So, if you needed to get to the tank in 30 years from now, you would rip up the carpeting and, and get at it. So that's it, guys. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you my dash panel. Hold on a second. This is the dash that I'm making up. It's made up of Marani ply and Sepilia hardwood. And I'm gluing all these down. They're 1/4 inch thick pieces, strips. And all the gauges are going to be cut out. And the steering wheel will be here. And some of the gauges will be up here. And it's at an angle. I guess it's hard to see what it looks like. But this is the way it is right now. And it's just made up of all these strips of Sepilia that I got. So now that's it. Because somebody might be saying, "Oh, how did you make the dash?" And there's a lot of careful planning. A lot of times I just I sit down, I put the chair up there. What feels right. Like the throttle control is going to be basically an armrest and a throttle control right here on the right, and where I sit, I have to make that box up, and it's those final adjustments to tweak it where it's comfortable for you, whatever size you are. So I can't give you real measurements, but it's the basis of how high a seat should be and what feels comfortable for a step. But then everything in between, how do you like to sit? Do you lean back in person, or you're a sit-up person? Do you like to stand? With those seats up there, I get to have them. They're lean posts too. You just pull up the pillow part or the front, and you lean on it. So it's gonna be nice. So anyway, that's it, guys. I know it's been a couple of weeks since my last video, and it'll probably be another couple of weeks before I put up another one. And I don't know when I'm going to be getting the engine, but I haven't decided if I even want to do it this year or next year. I'm not exactly sure. I have to. I don't know. I have to figure it out. So anyway, okay. All right, guys, that's it. And thanks for watching. And if you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up and hit the notification buddy. And maybe you want to subscribe to see how this boat looks on the water. I got a whole video series on how I took this boat from scratch all the way to what you see today. Just a guy in a garage and a little bit of imagination and some good solid plans. I'm not a structural engineer. I relied on the structural engineer to show me how to build a hull, but everything else is my own design. So, that's what I'm doing, and maybe you'd want to do one too. Hey, y'all be good. Bye-bye.